Hello, and welcome back to the Equestrian Resistance welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4, Equestria at War. The Equestrian Resistance with Daring Do and Dr. Capblaron. I don't usually start with an elimination. I usually start with the other things, but what you gonna do? For a peaceful tomorrow. The entire Southeast marches to the beat of one drum. Their heart beats as one in unity, and their wills harden at the task ahead. There will be sacrifices, there will be loss, but there will be devastation. But every day spent fighting is a day spent carving out peace for tomorrow. We fight now, so the next generation will not have to grow up under an iron hoof. Woo! I can resummon these later. For now, I'm working on getting these troops out as quick as possible, and then I can just redeploy those right at the start of the war, assuming I remember. Which I'm very good at remembering to utilize play. In fact, it's an annoying notification, but I think I'm going to leave that there just to make sure I remember. Okay. Yeah, in that case, it's time to start doing 40s. Oh. Yep, I should also build some National Guard divisions. These guys will guard the coast. Specifically, the port cities I control. I'd like to get a full division worth, because they're going to not just guard the main coast, but also further into their territory. Yeah, when I move up the coast, have them guard the coasts as well. Shock and awe. Another day. I think 12 should actually be enough. Yeah, 12 will be enough. That's fine. Shock and awe. Another day, another meeting with the military advisors. Such was the life of Daring Do now. Nearly every waking hour she spent dealing with their general staff, giving speeches to the troops, and planning their next moves. It had got to the point that she did not notice when familiar faces entered her war room. But even then... Excuse me, hello? An exasperated Quibblepants waved his foreleg in front of Daring's face. She was about to shout at him to stop bothering her, but he continued speaking too quickly. When are we going to finish this up? I need to get home to my wife. She's expecting me soon. And I'll need to take her and her daughter to the hospital. Daring's reflexive yell was rudely halted before it began by her entire viewpoint on Quibble being shattered. I'm sorry, could you repeat that? Like all of that, slowly? Quibble groaned in annoyance. I said I need to get home and be with my wife, so I can take her and her daughter, well, technically my stepdaughter, to the hospital. I don't believe you! Wow! I don't believe you. Daring stared intently at Quibble. He sighed, then produced a photograph from his pocket and offered it to Daring Do. She scoffed at him and grabbed it, but then her eyes went wide with shock when she looked at it. Everything else faded away as she absorbed the reality of what was in that photo. An insufferably smug-looking Quibblepants with his foreleg hung around a very pregnant mare, and next to both of them was a relatively young filly. Daring must have been staring at the photo for some time, as Quibble gently pried it from her hoof to put it back into his pocket. Daring shoved her entire face toward the stallion, confounded beyond all measure, How in the world did you of all ponies, manage to convince a mare to live with you and to have a kid with you? Cool Pants rolled his eyes, clearly unamused by Daring's behavior. Well, unlike you, I know how to talk to ponies of the opposite gender. Got him. I mean, come on, you can't even hold a conversation with me or Caballeron. But I don't... Daring seemed to enter a trance. Everything Quibble said was completely insane, and our brain needed at least 2, no 3 hours to process it. He married, wife, pregnant, stepdaughter, how? Eventually Quibble got bored of waiting for a response and left. I mean, that's not opposite gender, that's... She hates those 2 people, so she doesn't want to talk to them. Sorry. That's kind of more the situation. Authentic synthetics. The more our forces expand and advance, the more their appetite for fuel grows. To meet this ever-increasing demand, we must develop a sustainable domestic supply that some of our officials have taken to calling authentic synthetics. Nice. That will be very useful. These guys will be placed on the coast. Yeah, I'm really just going to use them to core or garrison up our main area, because honestly, if I can get up this northern coastline, they're not going to be able to get me anyways after that point, so it's fine. Hopefully I can just get through them quickly. Alright. Okay. Like, you're gonna go to that front. You're gonna go to here. And you're gonna go to the rest of their front. Eventually. Right now you're, And so, yeah, this supply is now working well enough. That one's still running. So, actually, yeah, you guys can stay for a moment. I'm gonna see how do these do supply-wise, is what I'm going to worry about right now. I just want to see how supplies look when I have this many troops on the border. That's what I want to worry about first. Looking good so far. Looking good. Everyone seems to have good supply. Uncover our true potential. Through harmony, hope has persisted for thousands of years. Through harmony, we have transformed from a shattered region into an impregnable fortress. Through harmony, we know precisely what we're capable of, for we can overcome any obstacle and take down any foe. Yeah. Where are you at now? Alright, you're at service by requirement still. Okay, these guys will go fine. Alright. Okay. Oh, that's done with that. Whoop. Now that that's done with that, do that. Continue getting my troops on up. Alright, do that there. Okay. Our goal, Canterlot. Everyone's goal. That will be the entire army's goal at the start of this war. Yeah, we're actually just gonna focus on... We're just gonna send you over there instead. We'll designate a division over to help you if you can actually have your supplies working. Yep, let's go. No, I'm good on war bonds for now. I'd rather keep my war support up. Operation Grand Mutiny. A considerable portion of the enemy's naval personnel are fed up and exhausted with their leadership's apparent disregard for their lives. Luckily, our contacts on the inside have concocted a plan to provide these weary souls with a better way. Once the date is set and the signal is given, these fine soldiers will bring their ships to the stable side. Yeah, nice. Oh boy, Siege of Vrax. Vrax has been taken. Changing lands are definitely getting weaker and weaker. 9, 1.7, alright. Crystal Empire, New Maryland, Terra Dia Republic. Another naval invasion going on over there. Alright, next group will go over here to reinforce this part. Alright, do that. Do that. I'm thinking I'm going to do both of these two, just because it gives a bit of extra. Yeah, I'm building mill anyways, so 150 plus 120 is 270. I want to be able to do them both at the same time. The best soldiers and biggest guns. In a short time, the scrappy freedom fighters and the resistance evolved into one of the greatest fighting forces on the continent, with equipment to match. Every one of our soldiers worth 10 of any other army, and we are success to the grit of the working pony, the boldness of our troops, and the untapped power of friendship. My little pony, my little pony, my... Okay. I really would be shocked if I got copyrighted to such a tiny channel, but still. But anyways, friendship is magic, basically. And keep this going. Those will all come out quickly at around the same time, so I'll just let them all come out. Before I designate orders for them, I'll let them all finish being recruited, since they're all almost done. One more, and there we go. Alright, now you guys will be put under the most defensive-minded general I have. Alright, I would like you to guard all the naval bases. I don't actually want you helping in this war against them. I want you to... Yeah, I don't want your help. Sorry. I want your weapons so I can prepare for the next war. And I would love your help once I go to war with the Lunar Empire. But I don't want troops to come in and help in that war quicker. Alright, we got the Northern Federation up here now. Wings of steel, speed of sound. While fighting a war inevitably entails the risk of death, it is our moral duty to reduce that risk as much as possible. By investing in heavy armor and ordering our pilots to fly defensively, we can make our planes nearly impossible to take down. Yeah. Yes, I would love to, Oh, great. Oh, wow. So they're at war with the Changeling Lands now, and Stalingrad's group, so I don't know what's gonna go on. Oh god, yeah, we're currently helping both sides. I'm more inclined for them to, wow, what are we, they're both nations that are harmonic, going against the communist faction, but both have a huge splinter communist groups that are bigger than their own government. Wow, I feel like if we were being realistic about it, that would just be waiting for a civil war to begin. Like, oh my goodness, that would be a civil war, very soon. Yeah, between you two... Jungle Rat, Engineer, and Reckless versus Supply. I'm actually going to do you, even though I think the other one's probably a bit better, just because I like the idea of having at least one Threstrel being in the main office's front to fight in the war. I just think it's good symbolicness of, like, fighting back with Threstrels being on our side, and, you know, good propaganda opportunity and such. No, we're gonna do that. Can I, yeah, also guard the victory points, just in case. I would like somebody on New Horselings at the very least. I just think that's important to have someone there on the coast. So, yeah. We don't really need someone on, like, that city, but I don't know why no one's going to one actually on the coast instead of going there, which is not even on the coast. Like, that's kind of what oh, that's why I don't have that designated as a spot. I don't know why I didn't have that. Okay, well, now that puts us actually up to exactly 12. So there, perfect. There, one troop in each spot. The last hurrah of the Newa It is no secret that the Neo tribes are fairly set in their ways, but one aspect of them that is often overlooked is how fiercely they will defend their way of life if it is threatened. The way of life, it is threatened. That is bad grammar. Luckily for us, there are some very big threats that they are not fond of. That is fair. That is fair. Cool. Oh, let's do this, and let's do this. That'll give me extra recruitable population, while also giving me still keeping up my resources doing well. We're not that far away from being able to get that, but that'll probably happen mid-war. Which will be useful because, well, we're throwing everything in the army to start, which means we're not going to have, like, any reserves. Which is not great because we do need reserves, but, you know. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I don't know what's gonna... We'll see how this goes. Tribal pride. Daringdo blinked at the crowd assembled before her. This had to be the largest amount of ponies she'd seen in one place. She couldn't even see the end of it. The longer she stared, the quieter the murmurs grew. Eventually she blinked again and turned to Chief Malta. "Are you sure those are our recruits?" she whispered. Malta let out a deep chuckle. "Well, who else would they be?" "I don't know, there's just so many of them," said Daring with a half shrug. "Maybe they get lost, or somebody put up the wrong sign." For a moment her light-hearted tone wavered before she put on another smile. "For all I know, they might be here to organize a festival." "I assure you, Miss Dew, this is our latest group of volunteers from the Neo tribes." Daring mouthed a silent wow. I said wow silently, by the way. She shook her head. "But this many? That's got to be at least half of their total adults." Yet Malta only returned a serene smile. "These tribes are very proud, you know. They are not merely fighting for survival. They are fighting for their culture. They do not want to see it wiped out by a crazed alicorn or some other megalomaniac." Daring took another look at the crowd, and it took her a few more moments to finally believe her eyes. She smirked. "Good. We'll need their help if you want to kick flank." Alright, let's grab up this troop and throw it in our division. We'll throw it onto the main thing. A logistical miracle from the good doctor. Though our supply network has struggled in recent times, the pieces have finally fallen into place, thanks to the efforts of Dr. Caballeron. Because of him, our logistics personnel have mastered the art of getting vital equipment to almost any place needed in the blink of an eye. Yeah, that's what you have. That's why I lead this place. Because I'm good at logistics. I don't know. Sure, that makes sense to me. Oh, well, I cannot get it from you. That's fair enough, I suppose. I'll get it from the Republic of Las Pegasus then, for now. Yeah, it seems like things aren't going that well for the Crystal Empire. In fact, it looks like their city is about to fall. Alright, get more get more from them. Sure. That works for me. Okay, I'm gonna move these guys' spawn points up there. Sure, Puerto Caballero. Oh, okay. Apparently you're also in the Treaty of Northern Democracies. Oh, you're also... Man, you guys are real northern democracies. I mean, I guess you are, like, actually, you're pretty much central, if you look at even the whole world, so... whatever. Changing Lands is about to fall. Yesterday's enemies, today's allies. Other than that, there are 200 crates of rifles, 100 crates of grenades, 250 crates of uniforms, and 200 crates of miscellaneous equipment ready to be shipped off, Caballero said, before flicking the first sheets of his clipboard back into place. I could go into details if you'd like. Daring Do shook her head. It's fine. I'm actually kind of impressed by how quickly you managed to salvage a situation with the faulty equipment. Despite herself, Daring found herself smiling. Without a warning, something rare happened. Caballero returned her smile. As much as I would love to take all the credit, I did have had some splendid help from my team. Daring Do opened her mouth, but closed it to swallow her pride. You know, Caballero, it's not easy to admit this, but I guess that just goes to show that I actually mean it. She hesitated for a moment until Caballero raised an eyebrow. What I mean to say is, thank you. You've been doing a good job with this, and well, with everything. Oh, Daring Do, there's no reason to be bashful, or to act like this is unexpected. In an instant, his genuine smile was replaced with a smirk. That same annoying smirk as every time he'd stolen an artifact from beneath her nose. It is a pleasure to help where I am needed. Daring Do scoffed. Just don't think I'll stop keeping an eye on you. Why, I wouldn't dream to think so. You know, this for the first time. I'm shocked to say this because of how I am as a person. I think I shipped these two. I think this is the scene that made that happen. I kind of like that. Like, I feel the chemistry of enemies to, you know, classic trope, enemies to lovers, you know, it's a classic. If we are not already at war with the Solar Empire and Lunar Empire, then we will declare war on both of them. Well, we'll declare war on the Lunar Empire, and we will invite all nations that have supported us to our faction. That's where I'm unsure who's going to join or not. We'll see. The world watches with bated breath as our struggle against the forces of tyranny, as our soldiers fight and die for the hope of a better tomorrow. The commander can finally commence her plan to utilize our international fame and call any and all nations who sympathize with us to our cause. Alright, we are just throwing down all our remaining troops now that have not been sent out. Go, go, go. Alright, I am very nervous about this. But I think, I think we're gonna find out how this goes and who all joins us and all the specifics in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell button. And as always, peace.